Well, do you mind if I pull the mask
Nope.
down?
No.
Go ahead.
Well, you all know the scene. You're going there tomorrow. Place I think of the most. Autumn char for Craig. You drift over the blue and purple sage. Your memory like soft rain in the night. We wake above the valley that you loved, filled with morning fog, clear air before noon. Autumn raisins and apples gleaming in the sun, scenting the autumn char deep on the ground. Loss of fragile beauty holds you here. Go forward.
Well, while I was wondering what I might say, I remembered from 70 years ago in Latin class, Catullus, the Roman poet's elegy to his brother, which I thought was apt. And he says,
You can take that off, Liz, if you want.
he says he has traveled many lands and many seas and come to these sad rites to speak to these silent ashes. And then finally it's a short poem, 10 lines only. And I don't want to get the last line wrong because that's the whole point. Atque in perpetuum frater, aue atque vale. And in perpetuum, brother, hail and farewell. And to Craig, hail and farewell.
I'm next, right?
Yep.
Of course, I'm going to do something photographic. Of course you are. It would be wrong of you not to. So, this is for you and Ken.
Oh, thank you.
This is for you guys. And I have one for Peter and Steve and Anna Marie. So, when Peter and I actually, and Erica, were getting all the photos together for the memorial service, it gave me the idea of trying to do a book of the photos. And
Beautiful.
you may wonder why there are all these little pink things in here, because the book is small, and I thought as I was doing it, well, page numbers would just be distracting. So I won't use page numbers, but I wasn't thinking of this, where I want you all on the same page, so to speak. So this is the little pink stickies are even more distracting than page numbers would have been. But it's for Craig. And I just, this is going to be very brief. I just have a few things to say about a few photos. But I wanted to start with one from Peter or Patty, one or the other of them probably took. And all I want to say about this one is va-va-va-boom. A good beginning. I think that so the next one is these two. I think that we met Craig for the first time in '95 or so.
Is that right?
And so I think this is the first photo I ever took of Craig. And I think it was maybe your engagement photo.
I think so, yeah.
So,
No, I can see.
Oh, you don't see.
We've got the eyes.
I mean, they look really happy here, which was the case. And that led, of course, to the marriage. And to one of the things that I really valued about Craig, the fact that he embraced the whole family. I guess Sam got to France the first time because you and Craig sent her there, right? And I love this picture. There's so much love in those 4 people there. Then we turn the page. Let's see, what is the thing? First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Erica with the baby carriage. And it wasn't quite that simple, but but here we are, happy, 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 at the arrival of Mr. Henry. And you can just tell by looks on Erica and Craig's faces that it was a very, very happy moment. One of the other things about Craig and Erica that I really admired, it sort of was, oh, I need this to making that I really admired and was sort of awed by is their expertise in terms of household stuff. Craig was the electrician and Erica the plumber. I don't know how you learned plumbing, but I'm very impressed with the fact that you did. And this on this page over here, they're working with the contractor to enlarge the deck, which at that point was built with a great huge sand pit that we all know and has now been remodeled to include more deck space. Then the next picture is of Erica and Craig kissing. I had so many opportunities to take these pictures, and in the collected photos that I have, there are many pictures just like this. There are many reasons to kiss, and Boonville was a very special place. Then this picture I really love of Bliss and Craig, with Craig guffawing. I have a lot of serious photos of people together, but this one is typical of standing in front of the house during the Easter egg hunt and drinking mimosas. So any of the photos in here that involve a glass like this and standing in the front yard, they were taken during the Easter egg hunt, which we didn't have this year, but I still have the candy, so we can do it anytime. Then we turn to the sporting section. And Craig was such a supportive dad in many ways, but he really, obviously, especially enjoyed supporting you guys in your sports activities, especially, I think, baseball. And he was coaching and cheering and as was your mom, every game. And this picture with Craig on his knees, when I would see that, I mean, it was after, must have been Henry was done with t-ball and finally got the ball pitched to him, but because they were little guys, they had to get down on their knees to pitch the ball in the right place. And I loved Craig doing that somehow because I knew it wasn't easy and it probably didn't feel too comfortable. And it made my knees hurt just to look at him. And then the next is Halloween. And this was our annual tradition that I got, well, I say our because I was allowed to join in every year and go trick-or-treating, and we did it every single year until the boys got too old and cool to do it anymore. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow, we were there. And then here is a picture of Craig, the chef. And he was a great cook. Maybe not the bacon, but everything else was perfection. We all liked crispy bacon.
Yeah.
But he cooked for many years the the evening meal. And I think it was when you stopped working that you started doing that cooking, but he still shopped for groceries on the weekend, which I don't know if I had to choose shopping or cooking.
Yeah.
I might choose cooking and let somebody else do the shopping. So that was terrific. And oh yes, this Christmas photo, I'm not sure if this was the exact Christmas, but it would have been around that time. Liz and I gave each of you a fleece bathrobe. It might not have been this year, but I remember Craig put his on, sort of hugged himself and said to me, "I can't wait to feel this next to my bare skin tomorrow morning." And I don't know what my expression was. He looked at me and said, "Uh-oh, TMI?"
Do we have any of Cruncher?
No. Then this photo of him reading, I could have taken it any one of 1,000 times. Reading everywhere at Boonville, certainly, because that was for reading. I hope you guys brought all your books. But also before concerts, during concert intermissions, during sports games when none of the Jurney boys was active in the game, and around the pool. It just made him feel like one of us. We're all readers. But he also played, and this of him playing checkers with the boys, I think you guys also played chess on occasion, right?
On occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it.
Which I thought was terrific. Now, let's see. Oh yes, I remember Peter's story at the Peter's eulogy during the memorial service about Craig starting in high school a formal croquet club, dress whites, all the British rules. I don't know, did they have tea?
Yes, of course. Of course.
The whole shebang. Despite all that, Craig willingly played in our rough and tumble
The turkey game.
our turkey. Thanks to Ken and Nora for bringing the croquet set, which has been a feature at Thanksgivings. And finally, the last photo, just a reminder, this is such a sweet photo. Also an Easter egg hunt, no doubt. There's the glass standing out in front of the house. But Craig always made time for the family, and he made Erica very happy, boys happy. He was an involved, loving father, and certainly a cherished son-in-law. We miss him. He was taken away from us too soon, but we will love him and remember him. So this is your little souvenir of.
Thank you, Mom.
This is beautiful, Greta. All right. Very good.
I think Peter should have gotten them today.
Oh, good.
All my gadgetries and stuff. Let me take this off. So, I'm gonna play something. I don't have it memorized, so I have it here on my phone.
Do you want someone to hold your phone?
No, I got it.
Oh.
I think, yeah. I'm gonna play some notes first.
Beautiful. What was that, and why did you pick it?
It was an excerpt from this tune called Romance. And I thought the two halves of it, sorta, with the minor sounding section and the major sounding section, sort of encompass the emotions that I have in this situation and towards him, you know. Because it's a sad moment, but, you know, I loved him so much, and that memory of him and that love is what fills me, makes me feel.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.